AITA for telling my SIL exactly what having a big family would mean for her. My husband, 42M, and I, 38F, have 6 kids. 3 are biologically ours, 8F, and twin 6M, and 3 are adopted siblings, 10M, 7M and 3F. We make a high 6-figure income combined, and are debt-free, as well as owning our house outright. Relevant. My husband and his brother were raised by very neglectful parents, and used to talk all the time about having a big family when they grow up. They were upfront with me and SIL about wanting a lot of kids from our early days of dating. SIL and Bill are starting to try for their first kid, and SIL has been leaning on me for emotional support, which I am very glad to provide. Last Sunday, she asked me to be brutally honest about what it's like to have 6 kids. I told her that my experience will not be very helpful to her, seeing as how our situations are very different, and she asked me to explain. So I told her that I am a SOM wife with a passive income in the high 6 figures. My husband makes over $300K a year, so we are lucky enough to not have to think about the financials when it comes to a large family. Same goes with childcare. I have 2 nannies. That is the only way I found to be able to give all my kids the attention they need, seeing as my youngest has health issues, and that even without those health issues, 6 kids are a lot of work without someone there. And finally, my husband and I were looking into adoption and surrogacy because pregnancy is hard on the body. So 3 was my limit of pregnancies, and that we were lucky that we were able to foster to adopt our 3 adoptive kids. But if we didn't, adopting 3 extra kids, or hiring surrogates was going to be very expensive. Well, apparently she talked with Bill, and told him what I said, as well as how they should maybe space having kids more, so they could give them a higher living standards. And now he is accusing me of manipulating her, and being a jealous bitch who wants to be the only one with the big family. Was I an AH by telling her everything I did? NTA. You told her the truth instead of the rose-tinted version Bill would have preferred you told her. Now he is accusing me of manipulating her, and being a jealous bitch who wants to be the only one with the big family. Why doesn't he want high living standards for his kids? NTA. Your Bill very well know that what you said was true, and it must hurt to know that his big family plan will probably not work because of their life choice and lack of money. They are just shooting the messenger. NTA. Normally telling people about your wealth isn't the best idea, but in this case, having such a high income is how you manage to have 6 kids. And you were right to be upfront about it. Coming from a neglectful family, they should be more concerned with the kids' well-being than the amount of kids they have. Having more kids than you can take care of is neglectful and often leads to the older kids being forced to be surrogate parents to the younger ones. This doesn't only neglect all kids' needs, but it also steals the childhood of the kid parents. They should be happy you brought these concerns up before their many kids are born. If they want to be the parents they say they want to be, they would be invested in learning what they can now about what is best for their future family. You're NTA, but I'd recommend you have your husband talk to his brother about what you're saying. Because him disrespecting you just because you said a truth he didn't like is unacceptable. NTA. You served her straight facts. If the husband doesn't like it, oh well, that's just how the world goes. NTA. You answered her question honestly. And sometimes that means sharing info they either may not have expected or was hoping not to be the case. But SIL asked for your opinion and about your experiences for a reason. NTA. Wow, the idea that being honest about your experience is manipulative is just, well, wow. I see no reason in the world why spacing out a large amount of children would be seen as unreasonable. So someone who grew up extremely poor, giving serious thought to your children's quality of life is not only responsible but it's the right damn thing to do. My hub's family is large. 4 boys. They were raised more upper mid-class, but at one point Phil got laid off. And he still expressed regret for those 2 years finances were tight. How he regrets his temper at the time. Every time he has to say no to the boys. It haunts him even though for the most part the boys remember a good childhood. Spacing children out is responsible. You were being honest. You did nothing wrong. The only reason I can think for him to be upset is if he's one of those, I want 4 kinds in 4 years kind of guys. In which case he just sucks, cause that's hell on a woman's body and no one has a right to demand something like that. NTA, she asked. You answered that's it. If he wants a fairy tale he needs to visit a bookstore. Nope. I am guessing Bill, SIL isn't financially as stable as you and not able to afford nannies? Bill needs to grow the F up. I am guessing he's not the one staying home and raising the kids? Does he not realize the hard work it takes to raise kids? NTA. NTA. She asked for brutal honesty. And you gave just that. Doesn't sound like there was any malice or jealousy attached to it. Why would you be jealous? Lol. Absolutely nothing wrong with what you said. I have 4 children and it's an obscene amount of work. Being honest about how expensive and time-consuming it is not manipulative. People with 0 kids always think they would be the perfect parent and that it's all just so easy. And a reality check is nothing more than a courtesy. NTA. She asked. You answered. He's upset with the answer and he has every right to be, but that doesn't make you an AH. She should ask other parents of big families or even small families. Everyone has what does and does not work for them. Your answer doesn't need to dictate her life. If she uses it to guide their decisions, then it's her choice, not yours. Info. Why do they think having a big family will compensate for their neglectful childhood? You are absolutely right about one thing. The only way you can provide any proper attention to any of the kids is if you have lots of help. If I may ask, what do you do that pays you so well? Anyone find it odd that these men raised by very neglectful parents want bunches of children? As in, more children than 2 working adults can reasonably be expected to give much individual attention? Op states she couldn't do it if she wasn't SAH with multiple hired help. Which, fair. Sounds like the kids are likely getting their needs met. But, and I don't want to speculate too much, how much time does Op's husband spend on the kids? Is he not just raising another generation of kids with a distant parent? So, he wants to be surrounded by a big family. But what do his kids want? Just strikes me as selfish. NTA. Bill does not want to know the details. But he needs them. Good, your SIL scenes to listen and make her mind up these things. NTA. You were realistic. 6 kids is a lot, and the fact that you can afford to hire help and don't have to worry financially about feeding, clothing, providing medical care, etc. for that many people is all very significant in choosing to have a big family. It sounds like she either twisted what you said when she went back to relay your conversation to her husband, or he took it wrong and somehow deduced you were being manipulative. They should be practical and prepared, and it sounds like you were just trying to help and he got his back up. That's his problem, not yours. NTA. People who have kids they can't afford are Oz. NTA. Kids are expensive. Kids require a lot of your time. Kids require emotional support. Kids will wreck the body during pregnancy. Nothing you said was wrong. You warned her of the truth. She didn't say to not have a big family. She only wanted to space the kids out more and plan it. Your SIL does not want 6 kids. She has already decided that. She came to you for backup and is too afraid to tell her husband. Can't imagine why based on how he's reacting and call you the bitch. NTA. This is for them to sort out. Stay out of it going forward.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. AmITheAsshole is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.